And welcome back to our preseason blitz. I'm Mo, he's John, and we're moving down to the SWAC with Alabama State. John, Coach Barlow.
Yeah, 8th year at Alabama State, Mo. It's hard to believe, but I think this could be his best team that he's had. I'm looking for some big things out of the Hornets.
All right, let's see if year 8 can be great with Alabama State. Let's take a look at what they have to offer in 2014.
Football is back across the river region, and here in the capital city, Coach Reggie Barlow is looking to lead his alma mater to another successful year. After having 4 consecutive winning seasons, the SWAC Hall of Famer is looking to get his team back to the top of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. The Hornets haven't won a SWAC title since 2004 when Tavares Jackson was the quarterback, so ASU would love to play for the SWAC title in December, but in order to do so, they must focus on the little things in August.
There's so much stuff that we have to focus on prior to even thinking about that. Just get back and see what these guys, how much they retain from the offense and defensive scheme, and then of course the whole championship thing, it'll kind of take care of itself if we just win today.
The 2014 edition of ASU is loaded with talent on both sides of the ball. The Hornets lose their all-everything back Isaiah Crowell and wideout Jamel Johnson, but Daniel Duhart, their signal caller, is back and ready to make things happen.
I'll be a lot more prepared this year, taking ownership of the offense, being a better leader, and just holding guys accountable. Like I said, I really feel comfortable with what I'm doing, so hopefully we'll have a great season as an offense.
When Duhart isn't looking for open receivers, he'll be handing the rock off to a Doggerville native, Malcolm Cyrus.
He's another guy that works hard on the field and off the field. He knows the playbook just as well as anybody. He's out there, and he's a big help to have in the backfield with me because, it's always good to have another guy back there that's seeing things and I can talk to and we can make calls together.
Defensively, the Hornets are loaded with primetime defenders. Last season, this was one of the best units in the nation in several defensive categories.
It's going to be fun to watch these guys play. We want them to be combative, we want them to play fast, and we want to get to the ball.
9 starters return, including all SWAC standouts Derek Billups on the D-line and linebacker Courtney Berry, who earned the nod as the preseason Defensive Player of the Year.
Now just about everybody that did come back has a grasp of the defense, so now we'll actually be able to expand and broaden our defense to do a lot more than what we did last year. A lot of stuff we did last year was a little basic, but I believe now that we can open up and allow our defensive players just to play ball and just be football players.
If the Hornets can stay healthy and be better than their opponents in all 3 phases throughout the season, then ASU will be playing in Houston in December.
Starting off in Texas with Sam Houston, and we're trying to finish in Texas with the SWAC championship. So, start in Texas, finish in Texas. That's the mindset that we got.
So, John, from Texas to Texas, Alabama State's supposed to start in there against Sam Houston State, but in there against the West Division opponent in the SWAC championship. Can they do it in year number 8?
Well, Mo, you can't coach experience, and Alabama State has a lot of experience at some key positions defensively and, of course, most importantly, at quarterback with Daniel Duhart. So I think Coach has a great nucleus of players there that he can really rely on to kind of take the ropes, get these younger players under their wings, and use that experience to start in Texas and to end in Texas.
All right, let's take a look at that schedule for 2014 Alabama State. They start off against Sam Houston State. They've been really good on the FCS level on the national stage. Then they return home for a game against Tennessee State, the defending Black National College Football Champions. That's going to be a very interesting contest. Mississippi Valley on the 13th. Then a Thursday night game, ESPNU nationally televised, Arkansas Pine Bluff, before having another classic game here in Montgomery against Texas Southern. Then they'll take on Alcorn State on Thursday, October the 2nd, another nationally televised game that will be big for the rankings in the SWAC East Division. Now, continuing on in October, a trip to Prairie View will definitely be tough. And then, we're going to Birmingham at the end of October. Alabama A&M against Alabama State in that good old Magic City Classic. Then the schedule gets a little tougher in November. They're taking on Southern University in Baton Rouge, the defending SWAC champions, before taking on Jackson State on November the 8th. That's going to be very tough at Grambling State. And then Turkey Day, how about this? November the 22nd, a Saturday Turkey Day Classic, John. It's going to be a little different this upcoming year, but Alabama State's schedule does look promising, even though it's challenging.
Mo, it looks promising, but they can't have that hiccup that they've had under Coach Barlow in so many years, so many times. They've got the experience, as I talked about. Use that experience not to trip up and lose a game you're supposed to win.
All right, everyone. We are halfway through the preseason blitz. We'll check in with a former rival of Alabama State, and that's Tuskegee. The Golden Tigers are looking for a run at a postseason. We got them next on our preseason blitz.